And so we just want you to start with educated questions.
Concept.
And have the concept
Yeah.
and be able to run with it and say, hey, you know what? I want to do this. I've heard about 1031 exchanges. Does it apply to me? And
Is it something I want to do?
Yeah, but don't do it on $10,000.
Yeah.
Don't do it on $50,000,
Yeah,
in my
seriously.
opinion. But now if you start to get into that $100,000 range, and that's your strategy to flip and roll into the next property, the next, and you have properties that you feel like you can roll those into and do it wisely, heck yeah, jump into it, go after it.
I have a friend who, he's a farmer, been a farmer for years, and he sold off a piece of property. And this commercial company came in and bought this big chunk of land, like 45 acres. And there was another chunk of land that he's wanted for years. The guy would never sell. He would never sell it. And plus he wanted way too much money. But he's like, I'm a farmer. My son's going to farm. This farm is going to be around here for the next 100 years. So I want to keep this money because he had it all paid off. And so he sold that property, rolled that, and went to the guy. He already had the piece of property he's been trying to buy and said, look, this is your one shot. Like, I got an X amount of dollars. I'm going to give you a really fair, more than fair price for your property. This is your shot. Otherwise, I'm going to go take this money. I'm going to buy another piece of land, but I want yours. And the guy said yes. So that made sense. He sold this piece of property, went on the other side of his farm, bought another big chunk of property, and he sold this for so much because it was considered commercial. He was able to buy, that was 40 acres. He bought 60 acres and was able to secure it without any tax, without any money, without anything extra. He was able to secure that other land. So it worked out perfect for him.
Well, and good for him because now that he has that 60 acres, and if the son is taking over, there's estate planning and, being able to gift certain things to your kids, what instead of it going into probate, being able to be an inheritance. And there's a whole different tax episode, one that we probably won't dive into, but there's so much to it.
So much to it. And you can even buy something that's more or less. Like say you sell this property for $1 million, you found a property for $500,000, you got a whole bunch of cash you want to move over, you could pay the capital gains on the portion of what didn't purchase that property too. So that could be a strategy also.
Yeah.
You could just, okay, so I'm going to move 500 grand over, but I'm still going to make another 500 grand. So you pay capital gains on 500, take the other 500 and defer it. So that's possible too. And sometimes that is advantageous for somebody in estate planning to look forward to the future. That may work out perfect for somebody.